Hello everyone, welcome back to day 11 part 2. In yesterday sessions we discussed about functions, right? What is function, how to create function, what are the parameters or arguments, types of arguments, what we covered types of arguments, positional arguments we covered, okay? Keyword arguments we covered, okay? And if you haven't watched that video, please watch it. It's very important. Today we are going to continue remaining concepts, default arguments, variable length arguments, and types of variables. Some other concepts we will discuss about. Let's get started without any wasting time. Third one is default arguments. What is default arguments? Sometimes we can provide default values for our positional arguments. For example, you are signing up some form. You are not entering your name. Okay, if you are not entering your name, have you faced this one? For example, you open any Chrome browser or signing some other website. If you are not providing any name, your name, when once you click that sign up button, it is coming, hello guest, welcome to our site. Hello user, welcome this site. This, have you ever seen this type of related things? That is called default arguments. If you are not providing any arguments, by default it considers some name. That is called default arguments. I will explain you. What is default arguments? Sometimes, sorry, sometimes we can provide, we can provide default values, default values for our positional arguments. Positional arguments. What is positional argument? You do not ask a question because already I explained yesterday class. If I explain again means this is very time consuming, right? If you haven't watched that video, please watch that video and continue this one. Okay. And just I'm providing one example, then you may better clarity. What is default argument? What are the advantages of default arguments? Okay. Just creating function, name. This is what default arguments, right? Just I have to provide name. Okay. That is just positional arguments. Just I am providing guest or user. Okay. Just I am providing user. Okay. Print hello name. Welcome to this site. Welcome to this site. Just I am calling my function. With I'm providing some my name. Okay. If I am providing my name, what it called, instead of gets, it's replaced my name, then it will come hello Venki, welcome this site. Okay. If I'm not providing any name here, by default it considered as guest. Okay. Just we can execute this, whether this program executed or not, we'll check. See, hello Venki, welcome to this site. Just in case I'm not providing any name, this I'm not providing any name. In this case, what it is coming? See, I'm not providing any name. Instead of taking my name, it is taking guest, right? Hello guest, welcome to this site. Okay. Now you understood, right? What is default arguments? Okay. Next, our next concept is variable length variable length arguments. What is variable length arguments? Sometimes we can pass variable number of arguments to our function. Okay, such a type of functions or arguments are called length arguments. You didn't get definition, right? What I explained that definition. Sometimes we can pass a variable number of arguments, okay, to our function. Such a type of arguments are called variable arguments. Just imagine tomorrow I want to calculate 100 numbers, or I don't know requirement. Tomorrow, I'm developing one application. I don't know how many users adding their numbers, or particular user how many numbers he or she can add. I don't know that requirement. If I know the requirement, just I can add positional arguments a comma b comma c. Okay, this user adding some three arguments. Then that's why I am providing three arguments. But I don't know right requirement and that whether the user pass the three arguments or four arguments, 100 arguments. I don't know. In such a type of requirements, we can use variable length arguments. Okay, if you define variable length arguments, user can define passed any number of arguments. Okay, there is no error. Okay, such a type of requirements we can use variable length arguments. What is definition? Sometimes we can we can pass variables. We can pass variables number of arguments, number of arguments to our function, to our functions. Such a type of arguments are called what? Variable, sorry, variable length arguments. You get clarity, right? I will explain you. For example, def sum. I'm developing some mathematical some operation mathematical operations. I am developing. Okay. Just I am providing a comma b, a comma b. Then total equals to 0. Just I am taking, and for each and one in n, mm, or I will take first position variable length arguments start n for each n1 in n, total equals to total plus n1, total plus n1. This is sum, right? Next, I want to print the total. The sum equals to total. Total. Okay. This type of calculator application I am developing. Okay, I am developing, and I have deployed somewhere, and so many users can use it. Okay, if I haven't added here variable length arguments, I don't know, right? Some particular user how many values he or she can provide. I don't know. For example, they want to add two variables. Okay, I am passing, but they want to add 10 values. They want to sum 10 values. Then I haven't provided any 10 arguments or positional arguments, right? Tomorrow, if someone wants 100, then I haven't provided 100 arguments, right? Okay, in such type, if you don't know that requirement, okay, if you don't know requirement, how many arguments they can pass, such a type of requirements we can use variable length arguments. Okay, in this case, I have provided star n. Okay, tomorrow user can call one variable, one argument, no problem. Two arguments, no problem. 100 arguments, no problem. Sum. Zero arguments I'm providing. No problem. Sum. I'm providing 10. Next sum. 10 comma 20. Now I am providing sum 10 comma 20 comma 30. Okay. Here you may tell this I'm calling zero arguments with one argument, with two arguments, with three arguments. These all are executed or any error come. These all are executed, right? Because I am passing variable length arguments. There is no limit. You can pass any number of arguments. Okay. See, first I am providing zero arguments. It is coming 10. Sorry, zero. And second, I am providing one argument. It is coming 10. Next, I am providing two values 10 plus 20, 30 it is coming. Next, three value 10 plus 20, 30 plus 30, 60 is coming. Now you understand, right? Where we can use variable length arguments. Okay. Now we covered all four type of arguments: positional arguments, keyword arguments, default arguments, variable length arguments. Our next concept is types of variables. What are the next concept? Types of variables. Types of variables. What are the types? In any languages? You can take Java, C, any language. Types of variables means there are two types. One is local variable. Second one is global variable. Global variable, right? First, we'll in Python also there are two types of variables. One is local variable. Second one is global variable. Then first we will discuss about global variable. What is global variable? What is global variable? The variable which are declared outside of the function are called global variables. Whatever variable you are declaring outside of the function or outside of the function or outside of the class, such a type of variables are called global variables. Okay, these variables can be accessed in the all functions of that module. Okay, the variable which are declared the function outside of the function are called global variables. Global variables. Then you may get doubt. What is outside of the function? Outside of the function, how we can define a variable? Just I will take care about that. Whether you understood or not understand, just you can comment out in video after you watched video where you struck it. Okay, where you did not understand. Just you can comment it. If you haven't understand, I will make another video. Okay. My motto is everyone can understand this language. Once you can understand this language, you may very easy to enter artificial intelligence. or any web application related. Okay, these are the current trending technologies. Whatever current trending technologies is there now. Okay, the first pillar is Python. If you know this pillar Python, then you can achieve all current technologies. What are the current technologies are current booming? AI, right? If you want to know AI, then minimum Python is needed, right? That's what. Okay. If you haven't understand, please comment it. Okay. Now we can go. You can make an example. Def f1 function I can take and print a. Print a. This is the function. Okay. I have called a, but I haven't declared here positional arguments and I haven't declared any variable anywhere, right? Okay, this is the function. This is the print function I have defined inside function. Okay, now I am declaring a variable is equals to 10. This variable I can declare where outside of the function, right? This is the inside of the function. This is the outside of the function, right? Okay, such type of variables are called global variables. Okay, now I can call what it print. Or again def f2 print a. We'll check what it is coming output. F2, F2, where it is, oh sorry, colon missing. Okay, now is 10, 10 coming, right? I haven't defined anywhere inside functions, right? Even I haven't passed any arguments, even I haven't called any arguments. Okay, such type of variables are called global variables. And what is local variables? Our next concept is local variables. Local variables. What are the local variables? The variable which are declared inside of the function, okay, are called local variables. The variable, the variable which are declared, which are declared inside a function, inside a function are called local variables. Okay, local variables. How we can define? Def f1, def f1 is equals to 10 and a, print a. Here I have defined a is equals to 10, right? Where I have to define inside of the function or outside of the function. Outside of the function means this, right? I'm not declaring here inside of the function. Inside of the function means this is the block. Okay. Outside of the function means whatever function is created outside of the function I have to create means those variables are called global variables. But here local variables means inside of the function I have declared. Okay. Inside. Okay. F1. It is executing, right? See, this is the local variable This is the global variable. Now you understood, right? What are the local variables and what are the global variables? How we can define inside of the function and how we can define outside of the function. How we can call global variables, how we can call local variables. Now you understood everything, right? Our next concept is recursive function. Our next concept is recursive function. This is very important in interviews. Recursive. For fresher level, without asking this question, there is no complete interview. I am assuming this is very important. What is recursive function? A function that calls itself, it's known as recursive function. Okay, for example, what is definition? A function that calls itself is known as recursive function. Recursive function. What is itself? What is recursive function? Oh, call itself means what? For example, just factorial, 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 RIAL, factorial of 3. What is the factorial of 3? For example, 3 into factorial of our childhood will learn, right? This one factorial of 3. And next recursive, next recursion is 3 into 2 into factorial of 1. Factorial of 1. Our next recursion or cycle is 3 into 2 into 1, right? 3 into 2 into 1. 3 into 2 into 1 means 6, right? This is the factorial of 3. Okay. Then how we can write a program? Write a program. Write a program to find factorial factorial of given number. Given number with recursion. With recursion. Okay. Def factorial of just n. I don't know that user can provide any number, right? I don't know. Just what I have declared n. If n equals to 0, then what is the factorial? Result n. Result equals to 1. Sorry, result is 1, right? Otherwise, else result equals to n into factorial of n minus 1. Minus 1, right? Here, n minus 1. Here 3 into factorial of 2. Okay, here 1 minus. Next 3 into factorial of here minus 1. Next 3 into 2. That n value changed, right? Here 3, 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 minus 1 means 1. Okay, that is the value. Okay, now return result. Return result. Return result. Can we execute this program? Whether this executed or any error. This is very important. That's what you can practice more times. Okay, I haven't called anything. 1 minute. Factorial. Factorial of 4. Just I want to print factorial of 4. What? What factorial of 4? 4 into 3. 2 into 2. 4 into 3. 4 3 ja? What? 12. 12 2 is 24. 24 into 1. 24. 24 is right. Whether it is print correctly or not. Yeah. 24 it is coming right. Yeah. This is the recursive function. What is recursive function? A function that calls. A function that calls itself is known as recursive function. Okay. Our next concept is anonymous function. This is also very important. Python, every concept is very important because based on requirement. Okay, based on our requirements, we can use any number of concept because every concept is important, right? Anonymous functions. What is anonymous function? Sometimes we can declare a function without any name. Okay, so sometimes this is very temporary requirements we can use. Sometimes we can declare a function without any name. Such type of variables or such type of nameless functions are called anonymous functions, or some people called as lambda functions. What is anonymous function? Sometimes we can declare a function without any name. Such type of nameless functions are called anonymous functions, or some people called as lambda functions. Okay, just we can define a function. What we have to require: def keyword is required, factorial name of the function is required, and block of the code is required, right? Block of the code or business logic is required. Okay, this is the permanent functions. I don't want to permanent functions, just temporary requirements. In the middle, some temporary requirements are coming. Such type of requirements we can use lambda functions or anonymous functions. Okay, I will tell you. Sometimes, what is the definition? Sometimes we can declare a function without any name, without any name. Such type of nameless function, such type of nameless functions are called anonymous functions. Anonymous functions. Okay, or lambda functions. Normal functions, how we can define? Normal function, how we can define? Just you can use def keyword, function name, parenthesis. Within the parenthesis, we can define some arguments, right? Just block of the code. This is the permanent functions. You can assume like this is permanent function. But temporary requirements, how I can use functions. I don't want to name sake. Just temporary name I can put are temporary things. In that cases, I don't want to define any name. Okay, such type of requirements we can use lambda keyword. Okay, just lambda functions are anonymous function. We can define we can define by using lambda keyword. Lambda keyword. How we can define? Just syntax, simple lambda keyword. This is the default keyword by providing by Python. Just I want to n into n into n into n. Just this is the syntax, n into n. You can define lambda keyword. Okay. Just I have provide variable. That variable into whatever you want to write a business logic, you have to write here. Okay. Just here I have to add any name. No, right? Here I have to use any def keyword. No. Here I have to use that bunch of code. No. Just temporary. Okay. Just we can write on example, then you may better clarity. Write a program to create lambda function to find square of given number. Just a square we can use s equals to lambda, just n into n, n into n. This is square, right? Print the square. 4 is s of 4. S of 4. It is coming, right? S of 4, 16. Then if you write normal function, how many lines are required? Three to four, 3 to 4 or 5 lines are required, right? Just one line I have to declare this type of requirements. This type of requirements we have to use lambda function. I hope you get clarity about lambda functions, where we can use lambda functions, just temporary requirements. Such a type of requirements we can use lambda. Okay. If you use normal function, there are bunch of code is required, right? Unnecessarily, whatever that CPU utilization is high, right? That is not good. Okay. Now we have completed almost the all topics. There are some advanced concepts is there, and we will learn while doing projects, or if any requirement is coming, I will explain those advanced concepts there. Okay. Now we have successfully completed functions. Okay. Tomorrow I will explain loops. Once that loops is completed, now we have to discuss about modules, what is module, and the next packages, what is generators, what is decorators. Once these we completed, na, just we slowly enter that oops concepts. Once oops is completed, na, we covered all Python syllabus. Then we will enter advanced Python, just NumPy, Pandas. Once those completed, na, just we will enter artificial intelligence, AI, prompt engineering, LLMs, everything we will explore. Okay, my motto is everyone can learn Python AI from scratch to advanced level. Okay. If you haven't watched the previous videos, please watch. If you really like those videos, please comment and you can subscribe and like it. Okay. Understood? Okay. This will motivate you to me. Okay. Thank you guys. That's it from today. Bye bye.